what the next 72 hours has in store for you. If you want to see future readings from me and you're not already subscribed, make sure that you hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And leave me a comment below to let me know how you resonated with this reading. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So let's start off with 3 cards to kind of look at the overarching energy for this time frame. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What's going on for the next 72 hours for them? So we have toxic thoughts, control, and trust the guidance you're receiving. So right off the bat, this time frame is about literally controlling negative thoughts as they come up. Now, the thing about thoughts, you can't stop yourself from thinking certain things, but you can control which ones you pay attention to or which ones that you give the time of day or that you feed into. So this time frame, there could be just random moments where your thoughts are drifting into spaces of questioning and doubting, and your ability to control the need to feed into it is what's going to help you come out of this time frame really strong. There's also personal epiphanies that you guys are naturally going to be stumbling into. With trust the guidance you're receiving showing up, it says, Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. I'm also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. So on an intuitive level, you know exactly what to do. It's just the doubt around whether or not certain things are going to come to be, manifest, or if certain things are going to be a disappointment. And you could be needing to confront that fear of disappointment or that fear of abandonment or vulnerability. Now, going deeper, what is the overarching energy for my Cancers for the next 72 hours? What does the general energy look like for them? So I have the Page of Swords. So the general energy, you could, there's certain things that you're planning financially where it's like, okay, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z with my money so that I can make this, goal to move, this goal to get a new car, this goal that I have, period, a reality. There also could be communication that you receive during this time frame that's really important. Make sure you're checking your emails, your text messages, your call logs, because you could get like either some information from a job, an application you put in for a new place. There could be communication from a family member or someone of importance, so look out for that. Also, the Page of Swords talks about poor communication within a dynamic. You could be examining what's making your person communicate poorly or slow down with the way or the frequency in which they talk to you, or how frequent they talk to, excuse me. They could, be a lot slower to text, or they may not call as much. And it's like, okay, is it something that I'm not aware of? Is it something that I'm missing? Okay. But nonetheless, your mind could be running, man. Be careful of the narratives that the mind can create. Now, going into your career and finance, I have the Nine of Pentacles. So some of my Cancers, you're looking at ways to make money in an entrepreneurial sense, looking at potential business ideas, looking at restarting a business that you already have, gotten off the ground. Also, the Nine of Pentacles, for others of you, it may not be like in a self-employed way, but there could be things that you're trying to secure within your career so that you can be fully self-sufficient, get your own place, be able to take care of bills and have extra money to live a life that's not just centered around paying bills. There could be certain financial sacrifices you're going to make during this time frame, or going to start to look at like, okay, maybe I need to cut off or cut this, expense, or I need to, maybe slow down with spending in this way. Now, going into love, what does the energy look like for my Cancers when it comes to love? I got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So for my single cancers, you could be at a space to where you're trying to gauge a love interest, genuine intentions, especially if they seem inconsistent. Like 1 second they are wholeheartedly invested in the connection, the next second they're not. For others of you, you could as a whole be unsure about whether or not you're ready to maybe date. There could be other things in your life that you're having a really hard time managing. So dating is like another thing that you have to manage. And it's a bit conflicting for you in terms of making that time. For others of you who are like in a relationship, you could be weighing out the pros and cons within your connection during this time frame. And if things feel like it's just not manageable in terms of you guys staying in, good terms, or you guys talking 1 second, then not, I think a lot of you could be getting fed up. Especially if there's like third party aspects that's causing this person to be inconsistent. Okay, some of you could be in a space to where you could have options and you're going to be cutting anybody off. Like, let's say you have maybe two or three options romantically that you could pursue. You will be cutting off options that don't seem worth it time wise and getting clear on what's real and what's not. Now, the advice for you when it comes to my cancers as a whole, I have the Chariot in reverse. So be mindful of things that throw your energy off. This could be overthinking, overanalyzing certain environments, certain distractions. But also be aware that certain individuals may not necessarily want to see you progress and to grow without them. So you could have, someone who constantly like can feel like, okay, they're about to move on, they're about to level up, and then they try to stop you from doing it by planting seeds of doubt or by coming out of the blue. The other piece of advice is to give yourself a chance to move forward. Some of you have been your own worst enemy in terms of guilt tripping yourself for making certain decisions or feeling bad for choosing your peace of mind when that's exactly what you need. Now, what is the challenge my cancers will have to face in the next 72 hours? So I have the Seven of Pentacles. So the challenge you may face is, again, that over analyzing stuff, but also sitting in your thoughts for too long, waiting for certain things to show you differently than what you've already seen for X amount of time. Yeah, some of you guys, you could be at a place to where the challenge is you're waiting for someone to get it together and you don't know how much more time you have to wait. Also, patience. Like, there could be things that are on its way, like a new job or more money or more security or new love, but it may require you to be patient in ways that maybe you're running out of patience for. Now, going into the outcome, I have the Nine of Cups. So you could get really clear on what your goals are and what your values are. If you had a moment where you lost sight of that, like, my ultimate goal in my love life is to get married. So dealing with this friends with benefits situation is a bit of a distraction. Or, my ultimate goal is to be a doctor or to be a mental health specialist. What I'm doing right now is temporary, if that's not like in alignment with what you're, planning to do long term. So it's like you're realigning with your goals and your values. I think that you could intentionally start to cut yourself off from things that don't feel good anymore. Like, yeah, it may have felt good to have certain friendships in your life at one point, but now you could be in a totally different energy and you don't find the same activities or friend groups as entertaining anymore. Or certain habits or things that you used to do. But This is what I see. I hope I did give you insight in regards to what is going to happen for the next 72 hours. If you did enjoy, definitely thumbs up the video, subscribe so that you never miss a beat, and I'll see my Cancer